Yes, respected dear youngsters, welcome, salutations to the wonderful seeker in you, the person of sincerity, the hard worker, the relentless, regular, the person of wanting to know something higher. My salutations to you also for being so regular and trying to change yourself with the newly gained Bhagavad Gita knowledge. Keep it up and not taking anything in life for granted, mainly the life itself. Let it not be wasted in unwanted things. Let it be rightly utilized in achieving something great, nobler, first outside, so that when you look back, there is something to claim for or enjoy for. Then later on, once you grow a little older, elder, is nothing in the world outside to be gained. It's all inside us. The gaining of mastery over our own faculties and then gaining of the experience of the God in us. In fact, this is what we are studying nowadays in Bhagavad Gita from chapter 7 onwards. So, welcome one more day. Let us revel in Gita meaning. By now, in last 200 and about days, listening regularly, you might have got an idea of how Bhagavad Gita guides us in the deep knowledge. In the pursuit of the knowledge, automatically we become qualified, efficient, powerful enough in our faculties, especially the inner called mind, etc. So that will help us in achieving the greater things outside. Thirdly, the more the knowledge about God is gained, to that extent, the world is not too seriously taken to make an issue out of everything and suffer. Fourthly, when the slowly we start taking the goal as God, because He's only one finally achievable, stayable with us, then our too much of greeds for the world, too much of dependency on the world, slavery on the world, which is making us like an animal, a beggar. Slowly we come out of it. We live a royal life, kingly life. Like this, so many are benefits when we study Gita along with our outer achievements also. So I welcome you one more day. Let us be together in doing our these three programs as we do every day. First one, Bhagavad Gita itself, chapter 8, 11, 12, 13 shlokas we saw yesterday. How, while meditating on the Lord through the help of Om, leaving this body, we reach God. Said in three shlokas. In that, what is to be said, understood is very less, but what is to be done is a lot. All that is said, every thought which is said in that practice or sadhana, we have to understand, we have to do, and we have to master it. Okay, today in the 14th shloka, we'll give the summary of all those three in 5 minutes. And very 5-10 minutes, the 14th shloka talks. Bhagavan कहते हैं उसमें कि those who are always in the thought of me, memory of me, smarana of me, for them, because of that smarana shakti, okay, and I also bless them, it becomes easier for them to follow the above said meditations and experience me or reach me. So that is what is 14th verse. Today we will chant, see the word toward meaning, total thought. 8th chapter. Then we see our common sense thought, very simple. Thereafter, in the JYOTHIRLINGA today, yesterday, Parli Bhaijanath is over. Then, now today, I think Dhakinyam BHEEMASHANKARAM, if I am not wrong. Let us see. Paralyam Vaidyanadam. Then is, okay, Naganatham, Nagesham. Mm, mhm, mhm. So first Naganatham, Sri Nageshwar. That we will see is also in Gujarat. Let us start. Wonderful. Fully focus. Have that bhakti, have that shraddha, have that positive zest and zeal and inspiration. Consciously created. In fact, maintain that all the time. Let us start. Om सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः ॐ मन्नाथः श्रीजगन्नाथः मद्गुरुः श्रीजगद्गुरुः मदात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः गुरुरादिरनादिश्च गुरुः परमदैवतं गुरोः परतरं नास्ति तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Wonderful, like every day. Today also we chanted, brought our mind into the devotional mood. Now Bhagavad Gita. The three chapters are three shlokas essence. 8th chapter, 11, 12, 13. And the total thought is what? Jnana Vijnana Yoga. Knowing fully well about every aspect of God, knowing fully well as to how to have his darshana, his anubhuti, his experience, and actually following that technique and reaching him. That fully well knowing the God is Kritsnam, Samagram, knowing God. So in the 7th chapter, we were told about the Apara and Para Prakriti of God. Then we are told Bhagavan through them maintains the world and is something beyond. So feel his presence by doing the Vibhuti Upasana, Punya Gandha Prathivyamcha, all that is said. Now that the Lord is beyond all Rupanama, we have to have his Darshana Anubhuti. What binds us is Rupanama. They are brought from the three gunas. Therefore, to transcend Triguna, Mamevaye Prabhadyante Maya Metam Tarantite. Even to do the surrender, we have to have a pure heart, living a pure, noble life for some time. So, all these one by one, step by step, to be studied 20 times. The whole thesis theme is developed by Lord in chapter 7. Towards the end, Bhagavan said, knowing me, Samagra Rupa, is knowing me in all these 7 aspects. Taking that as the means, Arjuna starts 8th chapter with these 7 questions. So 6 questions are beautifully answered. 7th one had to be elaborated. Kyunki Arjuna's question 7th is Prayana Kalecha Katham Gneyos. So in that, in the first set of 3 slokas, first level of beautiful answer, complete answer Bhagavan gave. When you remember me and leave body, you reach me. In the same way, whatever you remember and leave body, you reach to that. Now, whatever throughout life you entertain, that's what is remembered toward the end of life. Therefore, throughout life, remember me and fight the war. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu ma manusmara yuddhacha. And see that is resulted in Maya arpita manobuddhihi mame vaishyasi asamshayam. Then abhyasa yoga yuktena chetasa na anyagamina paramam purusham divyam yati. All that is said, but how to meditate on Lord, what are his qualities, they are not touched so far, more elaborately. So here it is said, the 8 pointers given for meditation, Kavim Purana Manushasitaram Anoraniyam Samanusmaredhyaha. Each of these words have the meaning that subject or the individual or entity or personality or object which fulfills these words. Meaning of these words, that is called Paramatma. That is found only in the cave of our heart as ourselves first. Thereafter only we will see him everywhere. So Sarvasya Dataram Achintya Rupam Aditya Varnam Tavasa Parastha. Up to this we saw. Then yesterday, the 11th, 12th, 13th, how Bhagavan has guided in those 7, 8 steps. Not on the seat while leaving the body in that meditational poise of the mind intellect, taking the help of the Omkara. When we eject out of this Deha, we reach Bhagavan. We experience him. That ejecting out of the Deha is at the time of death or while living itself on the seat of meditation. And these have to be done for days and months and years together till we establish in perfectly doing. When we do perfectly with all perfect preparation, one day it just clicks and we enter into that experience of the God. Okay. Mm. So these four slokas, beautiful. Four only from the verse number 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep. These are a one set, you can take it as. Again, I will chant and explain to you the literal meaning so that an idea comes to you, which you may not practice now. But whenever you feel like knowing and doing meditation, these are the things given by the God in Gita. That reference, that remembrance can be with you. Having chanted these four slokas and giving the summary, then we go to the 14th verse, which will be today's theme. So, what are the four slokas? Let us first chant Lord's name. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama, Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama, Sharanam Mama. Om Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, अथ अष्टमोऽध्यायः अक्षरपरब्रह्मयोगः श्रीभगवानुवाच श्लोकाः दशमः आरभ्य चतुर्दशश्लोकपर्यन्तम् 10, 11, 12, 13. Let us do these four first. प्रयाणकाले मनसाचलेन भक्त्या युक्तो योगबलेन चैव भ्रुवोर्मध्ये प्राणमावेश्य सम्यक् सतं परं पुरुषमुपैति दिव्यम् यदक्षरं वेदविदो वदन्ति विशन्ति यत् यतयो वीतरागाः यदिच्छन्तो ब्रह्मचर्यं चरन्ति तत्ते पदं संग्रहेण प्रवक्ष्ये सर्वद्वाराणि संयम्य मनोहृदि निरुध्य च मूर्ध्न्याधायात्मनः प्राणम् आस्थितो योगधारणाम् ओमित्येकाक्षरं ब्रह्म व्याहरन् मामनुस्मरन् यः प्रयाति त्यजन् देहं स याति परमां गतिम्. First shloka is the main point that is elaborated in the next three shlokas. Clear? Let us see one by one. I taught you again. You being youngsters, twice, thrice repeated, you will be able to catch. So, prayana kale, at the time of departure. Manasa achalena, mind made steadfast, concentrated, unmoving, stable. Bhaktya yuktaha, with devotion to the Lord, asking him to give liberation. Yoga balena cha eva, with that the yoga done of so many years, wherein the chitta or the mind is in our own control. Then what to do? Bror madhye pranam aveshya samyak. First bring your entire prana shakti and the attention on it to the bro madhya bhaga, the agnya chakra. Then from here, when we reject or eject consciously out of our this cranium, sahasrara sahatam param purusham upaiti divyam. He is the one experiences the parama purusha, divine purusha, who is Kavim Puranam Ityadi explained in the earlier shloka. So these all have to practically done. So at the time of death it is said, but anybody on the seat of meditation, he can do that and he will eject out of the Brahma, what do you call, Sahasrara to experience the self, but he will stay back in the Deha only as long as the Deha Prarabdha is there. Okay. Now that Parama Purusha Prapti again is explained in 11, 12, 13, 13, 11, 12, 13 shlokas. So very cute, very wonderful it is. One by one sentence again I will explain. Just patiently listen, not at all deep, exhaustive details I am not giving at all. Simple. About this Paramatma he says, Yat Aksharam Veda Vidaha Vadanti. All the knowers of the Upanishads and practitioners of the Upanishadic sadhana and experiencers of the theme of the Upanishad, they say about that Brahman to be Aksharam. Therefore, Akshara is what? Omkara is the name of Akshara here. That is what will be told. But literal meaning, which I already seen, the chapter's name itself is Akshara Parabrahma Yoga. That which never diminishes. Kshara nahi hota. Which never decays, decomposes, or disappears, or destroys. The one who never gets destroyed or disappearing, that is called Akshara. Okay? Because it doesn't become decayed, it won't die. Therefore, it has no modification. Therefore, it is never born. Therefore, it is always eternal there. Okay? Be attentive. Such thing cannot be a thing outside. Okay? It must be the being, the me. In no other words or forms, it can be talked about or shown. So that Akshara is our own Swarupa Anubhuti. Yes, Aksharam. And it's true. When my body is going on Akshara, I am inside Akshara. When my mind's thoughts are going on changing emotions, I am Akshara. When the Buddhist knowledge is changing Kshara, I am Akshara. Always we know inside us there is a principle which is not changing when body, mind, intellect are changing. So the whole world is changing. The observer of that world, me, Akshara, I don't change. The me, inner me, the consciousness me. So that's how as Aksharam Veda Vido Vadanti explained. The Veda Vedas, Upanishad Vedya, Purushas who experience the God, they talk about him as Aksharam. Naksharati, never perishes. Everything else perishes. Therefore, don't hold on to any perishable thing. They will disturb you, they will distract you or disappoint you. Like Mirabai says, every man will die. So anybody I marry, I'll become widow. So better let me marry Krishna because he's Aksharam. So I will always be the, what do you call, the Saubhagyavati. I'm just giving that example for catching the main thought. Okay, everything in the world is Kshara. If you hold it, one day it goes away, you suffer. Instead of that, Akshara is Paramatma, you achieve him, it will never go away. Therefore, you are never suffering, disappointed. Second one, Yadaksharam Veda Vidanto Vadanti, Veda Yadaksharam Veda Vido Vadanti, then Vishanti Yat Yatayaha Vitaragaha. So the very great sannyasins who have given up all the Ragadvesha on the seat of meditation, into which identity they enter into, which is not again an ego identified with Dehadi, but he is such a different experience they enter into. That Vitaragins go to the forest and there sit at one gufa or any of the kutia made or even the banks of river under a tree. Vishanti, Vitaraga, सब छोड़ दिया उन्होंने. Then when they sit, they their thoughts first, riding on the thoughts, contemplative thoughts, they themselves enter into a deep innermost experience of themselves. That is Paramatma. That itself is again Aksharam. Vishanti yad yatayaha vitaraga. Third one, yad ichhantaha. Desiring to know and experience that Paramatma only. Brahmacharyam charanti. The brahmacharis go to the guru and stay in the Gurukula Vasa with all the brahmacharya disciplines. Tat padam, that state of being. Sangrahena te pravakshe. In short, how to reach to that inexplicable experience. In short, Sangrahena aham pravakshe. In short, in precise, in headline form, subheadings form, you have to work out on each one of them in the understanding as well as practice and experience. Of course, a living guru can guide you to clear all the doubts and inspire you, push you. But I am only narrating to you. Tat padam te sangrahena pravakshe. How to reach to that I am telling you. So one by one, first, sarva dvarani samyamya. First and foremost is we are not leaking out through our sense organs into outer sense objects. Our attention is not going into outer world. That means all our shabda, sparsha, urvasa, gandha, outer world, they are not pouring inside through the senses. That state we have to reach to. That is done through japadi practices. That you are amidst all sounds, but no sound entering you. Not you are a behra. But the yoga sadhana it is. Sarva dvarani samyamya. करने 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 रहने से होता है वो एक दिन. None of the indriyas are bringing inside the outer perceptions to disturb the meditational poise. सर्वद्वाराणि संयम्य. इसको 10 बार सोचो, you will get the essence of it. Second, मनोहृदि निरुद्ध्य. Do the nirodha of the mana in the hridaya. Mana runs in the timings, past, present, future, places all over the world, objects, the so many things of the world, beings, the people known to you, experiences of the past. These are the various fields in which the mind goes. Such a distracted mind is held firmly in our own hridaya sthana, in the space of the heart. Mind should be stationed there. हृदय में निरोधन करो मन को. First one, sarvadvarani samyamya. So the indriyas are controlled, outer perceptions are not poured in. Mind is not allowed to go through senses into the outer world. It is held firmly in hridaya. Manaha hrudi nirudhya. Third one, murdhri adhaya atmanah prana. Our entire life force with yoga shakti, bringing it to the murdhni bhaga, the siro bhaga it is. Murdhna is head bhaga. Not Bhrukuti, the moon, not between the eyes or chakshus. Murdhni adaya atmana pranam astitah yoga dharanam. So through yoga dharana shakti, feel your presence at the sahasrara point. These are all highly yogic meditational practices. To reach to this, thousands of meditational things, those who know, they teach the disciples in all sampradaya, in all spiritual unfoldment paths. Everyone, copying from Indian, all these meditational techniques, all the Chinese, the Tibetans, all of them do these meditations only. The Japanese, the Buddhists, सारा इधर से ही लेकर वो लोग करते हैं. करे तो फर्क क्या है? दे शुड रियलाइज गॉड, एवरीबडी शुड नो गॉड एंड गेट लिबरेटेड. वो तो हमारा सनातन धर्म तो मांगता है कि सबको भगवान का अनुभव हो जाए. सो सर्वद्वाराणि संयम्य मनोहृदि निरुद्ध्य च मूर्ध्नि आदाय आत्मनः प्राणम आस्थितः योग धारणा. सेकंड श्लोक. नाउ ओम इति एकाक्षरम ब्रह्म व्याहरन्. So keep chanting the Om at that level. Om, Om, outside or inside. Then Ma Manusmara. Om indicates the Paramatma who is Parabrahma, Sachidananda, who is again Srushti Sthidilaya Karaka. So this is the meaning of the word Om. So while chanting Om, the meaning of Om called as God, the meaning of the God is Sachit Ananda Brahma or the सृष्टि स्थिति लय कारक शक्ति वाला. ऐसा भगवान का माम अनुस्मरण स्मरण करते हुए व्याहरण माम अनुस्मरण हो गया. देन यह प्रयाति त्यजन देह. whoever leaving this body, saha, such individual, yati paramam gatim, they reach to the ultimate abode of Paramatma only. So the main sloka, prayana kale manasa chalena bhaktya yukto yoga balena chaiva bhruvor madhye pranamamesha samyak satam param purusham upaiti divyam. Same thing in the three slokas. First, the Paramatma is explained. Yad aksharam veda vidha vadanti. No words and experiences of Upanishad call him as akshara. Then to reach to him only, vishanti yad yataya vitaragaha. All the vitaragi sannyasins go to ashram on the seat of meditation. They enter into that akshara parabrahmanubhuti only. Yadi chantaha brahmacharyam charanti. Desiring this only, one stays in Gurukula and does the service to the Guru. Okay. Then such Paramatma, how to discover him? Sarvadvarani samyamya. Having all senses stopped. Manohridi niridhya. Pulling and stationed mind in the hridaya. Murdhni adhaya pratnam atmanaha. Bringing the prana shakti, the life force of ours, up to this murdhni bhaga. Murdhni adhaya atman pranam astita yoga dharanam. Stay there for some time. Then next one, Om iti, last sloka. Om iti ekaksharam brahma vyaharan. Om, Om, Om करते हुए माम अनुस्मरण. Remember me, the Lord, either Krishna or your Ishtadevata or that Paramatma himself. Ya prayati, the one who leaves from the murdana sthiti, leaving the body, tejandeham, saha, such person yati reaches to pasayati paramam gatim, the supreme experience of the divine comes to him. So that individuality which was holding on to the upadhi of Sharira Mana Buddhi and living like an intelligent or non-intelligent, emotional or commotional or man or woman, desirer, actor, enjoyer, with so many faculties, the one who was behaving in so many ways with identity, he will transcend all of that. Then he reaches to Paramam Gatim, that supreme selfhood, which is beyond all these calculations, he will experience. That's called moksha. ओमित्येकाक्षरं ब्रह्म व्याहरन्मामनुस्मरन् यः प्रयाति त्यजन्देहं स याति परमां गतिम्. Om is a very powerful mantra. Today, tomorrow, in our evening Bhagavatam also, we'll be studying the value, importance of Om. Sutaji tells to Shaunaka Rishi. Okay, now who will be able to gather all his faculties, have the tremendous strength to be able to pull our mind's attention from the wanderings of outside onto the seat of meditation and entertaining the desire to know the truth, reaching to the Guru, studying from him Shastras, deeply understanding them, knowing about the self. अरे बाबा इस सारा करने के लिए हिम्मत ताकत हौसला where from they all come? It is by God's grace. Therefore, be a devotee of God first of all. Earlier, for the sake of removal of problems, later on to give you sukha and comfort, little later to enjoy the world for some time, never mind. But finally, we are to be a devotee of God only, seeking Him. This meditational possibility in which we discover our oneness with Him. That's a true prarthana. Therefore, in this shloka, remembering me and praying to me takes you to me and you can experience me. That is what Bhagavan says in the 14th shloka. Very the powerful one. It is essential one to be practiced. Let us chant it 4 times. Literal meaning I will tell you today. Then deep indicated meaning, sadhana aspects. If anything left out, tomorrow we will see. Clear? Shri Bhagavanu Vacha. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha. अनन्यचेताः सततम् अनन्यचेताः सततम् अनन्यचेताः सततम् अनन्यचेताः सततम् यो मां स्मरति नित्यशः यो मां स्मरति नित्यशः यो मां स्मरति नित्यशः यो मां स्मरति नित्यशः तस्याहं सुलभः पार्थ तस्याहं सुलभः पार्थ तस्याहं सुलभः पार्थ तस्याहं सुलभः पार्थ नित्ययुक्तस्य योगिनः नित्ययुक्तस्य योगिनः नित्ययुक्तस्य योगिनः नित्ययुक्तस्य योगिनः ट्वैस् श्रीभगवानुवाच अनन्यचेताः सततम् यो मां स्मरति नित्यशः तस्याहं सुलभः पार्थ नित्ययुक्तस्य योगिनः. Again, श्रीभगवानुवाच अनन्यचेताः सततं यो मां स्मरति नित्यशः तस्याहं सुलभः पार्थ नित्ययुक्तस्य योगिनः. हे पार्थ, हे अर्जुन, tasya aham sulabha. For others, I am durlabha. For such person, I am easily to be caught and experienced on the seat of meditation. The 3 sadhanas are told here. Ananya chetaha satatam yomam smarati nityashaha nityayuktasya. With these 3 things, the earlier meditations of Kavim Puranam, as said here, Abhyasa Yogena, one can do, and on the seat of meditation, transcending all the upadhi, he can discover me. So first is what? Ananya Chetaha. Chitta, our mind with its thoughts, should not go anywhere. Ananya Chetaha. Then what are you doing then if the mind is not allowed to go anywhere? Yahamam Smarati Nityasha. The one who is always doing my own smarana. First in the Rupa of Rama or Krishna in the avatar. Thereafter as the Paramatma of Geetha. Smarana karna. So continuous smarana of the God makes the thoughts of the God in us more. Continuous smarana including prarthana, upasana makes the Lord bless us with which we are able to meditate effectively. The more we do smarana of the Lord, the distracting other smaranas go away, which is essential. If we are not doing smarana of God, we do the smarana of the world. When the world smarana is done, impressions of the world in the antakarana are very strong. Then those thoughts gurgling with all variety of relation with those thoughts and the people or things in them, variety of reactions that are had all the time, that only we remember. Then how can we deeply meditate to know the God? Is it not? That is why ananya chetaha satatam yahamam smarati nityashah. But then we don't want to have the darshana and experience of God. We are interested in the only things and beings of the world. Our 24 gante, this Bewakoof thinking about that girl Bewakoof is thinking about him. Both of them truly fall in love, don't rise in love. You will rise in love when that love is for the God. Yomam smarati nityasha. And that is why it becomes tough for the people who are too worldly. Only in some hundreds of lives of practice, when they detach from the worldly indulgence with right discrimination and detachment, dispassion, abhyasa, enatu kaunteya vairagyana, then to such person, the teachings of Gita and Krishna, wherein he is teaching here how to meditate and know him, they will be useful and fruitful. So you want to have Bhagwan's Anubhuti on the seat of meditation? Yeah. Do what is said in the earlier 4 slokas. But that you want to do effectively, successfully, then do this. What is this? Ananya chetaha yomam smarati nityasha. Not allowing the chitta to go into other things or beings or TVs or projects or cinemas or any other programs, including your own so-called activities and talents and abilities, with them earning the money, with them serving the world. ये सब बच्चे लोगों का खेल है. The one who wants to see God, you have to give up all this. This ananya cheta satatam here is said in 18 chapters, sarva dharman parityaj. Then yomam smarati nityasha. Whoever remembers God, all. भगवान का रूप स्मरण करो, नाम का स्मरण करो, उनके लीलाओं का करो, धाम का, गुण का, but all that should be भगवान. Finally, the main smarana of God is the gods, the Nirguna, Lakshanas of Nirguna Bhagavan, which are said as Kavim Puranam Anushasitaram Anoraniyamsam. Then Sarvasya Dhataram Achintarupam Adityavarnam Tamasarparastat. These are all indicative definitions of God. We have exhaustively explained to you last week. Remembering this Lord and anything other than it, not remembering. In this way, 24 घंटे, now I am telling you the third thing, Nitya Yuktasya. All the time, Nitya means eternally, always, Yuktaha, yoked to the God. When these 3 things are done, Ananya Chetaha, Yomam Smarati, then Nitya Yuktasya. In all these 3 things, common word used is Nitya Nitya. Dekho, Ananya Chetaha Satatam. Then Yomam Smarati, Nitya Shaha. Third one, Nitya Yuktasya Yogina. The one who is always in this way, yukta only to the God. No other thing in the mind. Remembering the God. Another best example given is the child in the womb of the mother. See, sometimes she is working here and there, but then her chetaha is always about the child in the womb. And she is remembering that child all the time till he is delivered out. And Nitya Yuktaha, she is always yoked to the child. Therefore, anything to eat or drink, walk or run or sit or sleep, she is first aware of the child inside. Usko koi hani na pahunche. Is it not? That is called as Ananya Chetaha Nitya Smarati Nitya Yuktasya. Is it not? Same way again after birth also, she puts that child in a cradle or something, doing some domestic works. Same again she will be always Ananya Chetaha. Working, but the chitta is there. In meditation, even work is also dropped, only Ananya Chetaha. I'm just giving the example to understand how the chitta is trained, to be trained. In what level it has to reach through training. In the cradle, the child is ananya cheta, nitya yukta, स्मरति नित्यशः. सो लिटिल चाइल्ड वो हिल जाता है, उसको पता चलता है मम्मी को, भाग कर आती है, देखती है is he sleeping or fell down or any ant is biting or crying or hungry. Best example is the child in mother's womb. Mother remembers. Another example is these brahmacharis in the Gurukula, when they are told by the Guru to light the fire by churning the wooden cups. That purely naked, that's called a purest of the pure fires. Alone is used for yajna, not matchstick or lighter or other things. Kitchen में जो बन रहा है उसको लेकर इधर लगा. No, fire is kindled. That's how the knowledge is kindled. In that knowledge only, on ignorance is added and burnt. Then under the light of knowledge, nothing wrong goes. Nothing wrong happens. You will never suffer. That's a symbol. That is a Dravya Yajna. This is Jnana Yajna. All seventh, fourth chapter, third chapter, you have studied very exhaustively. I remember some of you also. So when he is kindling that the Agni, the three, four of them, fully focused on to that. They don't even inhale or exhale, very mild, because वो अग्नि जो हो रही है हवा के कारण वो बुझ जाती है, very carefully. So to a painter when he's painting the eye of that human being, so to a hunter, so to this army person when he's in the borders, so to a bodyguard to VVIP like president or prime minister, they're all example of ananya chetaha smarati nityashaha nityayuktasya. क्लियर आवर चित्त ऑल्सो शुड बी अनन्य चेता, अन्य वस्तुओं की तरफ नहीं जाना. माम स्मरति नित्यशः, always remembering the God as the goal and the God's lakshanas of Kavim Puranam ityadi. The Nitya Yuktasya, that way every time, all the time, the best example of Nitya Yukta is your cell phone. 24 घंटे जहाँ भी रहते हैं, बस नींद के टाइम भी वही है, खाने के टाइम, even whenever you go, it is with you. Nitya Yukta. So to 24 घंटे who is tuned to the God. Tasyaham sulabha partha. To him, O Arjuna, I will be easily obtainable with the above said sadhanas. Sadhanas are the above said only. है ना, सर्वद्वाराणि संयम्य मनोहृदि निरुध्य मूर्ध्नि आदाय आत्मनः प्राणम आस्थितः योगधारणम ओम इति एकाक्षरं ब्रह्म व्याहरन् माम अनुस्मरन् यः प्रयाति त्यजन् देहं स याति परमां गतिं. This is sadhana. But what makes this sadhana happen easily is these three things. Ananya chetaha satatam यः मां स्मरति नित्यशः then nityayuktasya yoginah. Tasya aham he Arjuna, he Partha, sulabha. For others, durlabha. Naturally, whole mind is filled with the worldliness. When will we even desire to reach God? सवाल ही नहीं होता. If you don't have desire, when will you do that? है ना, सर्वद्वाराणि संयम्य, all those sadhanas करेंगे ही नहीं, इसलिए उनके लिए दुर्लभ. But the one who practices what is said in this 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 5 slokas, Bhagavan says, I can be experienced by him in his own cave of heart. Okay, this last sloka, 1 or 2 thoughts will be there. Tomorrow we'll talk about it. Then Mahopete Punarjanma Dukkale Mahapnovat Mahashashram Napnavati Mahatmana Samsiddhi Parmangataha. In that way, Krishna guides us further. Every day I am reminding you 7th and 8th chapter summary and connecting you to that particular theme of that shloka and explaining that shloka. You have to be alert and vigilant and interested to listen and understand. Okay, today we'll stop Geetha here. Thank you. Om Sri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Sri Geetha Sharanam Mama, Sri Vyasa Sharanam Mama, Sri Sadguru Sharanam Mama. Second topic of the day is mind's mischief. Common sense thought. So in the common sense thought series, mind's mischief is what? If you leave it to it, mind go, then it will again and again induce and pull us down, either to the dull mood or to the lazy mood or excited in the indulgence mood or in a pessimistic mood of why should I need that? Why should I do that? I am okay. No. This is how the mind. Dull mood, lethargic mood, pessimistic mood, the mind pulls us down. That is how its job is. And such mental people of this disease, anybody does anything, they will discourage, demoralize them. You tell them also to do something, क्या होम करना वर्क करना है, एक्सरसाइज करो, क्या एक्सरसाइज करना है, go and help mother at home, no need, she does herself. Her for everything this fellow is dull and lazy, worse than even a buffalo. And always in the mood of pessimism. Pessimism, I don't need to do that, I can't do that, ये होता नहीं मेरे से. This is what the poisonous thing which destroys a youngster you are. Then counter it, encounter it. Defeat it by facing it. How? By bringing the other aspect. What is that? By remembering your loving chosen goal again and again. Instead of dullness, be inspired. Instead of laziness, be absolutely dynamic. Instead of pessimism, be in an optimistic mood of I will do this, I will do that, I will achieve this, I will achieve that. In that way only, instead of falling to the stone level from the man's human by being lazy, we rise to more and more higher evolutionary level. Remember, the evolution starts with actions, goes through the emotions, and reaches to the knowledge. The pinnacle of the knowledge is being in bliss or happiness all the time. That has to be worked out. In that sequence, the criminal thing is our own mind, because it is identified the body, which is dead matter, which is a dravya, inert thing, because we are present in it, therefore the body is alive. That's why somebody goes it, lives and goes, the body is dead. Because of its attachment to the objects of the world, again which are dravya, mind tends to be lethargy, postponement, in the mood of dullness. Youngsters को ये वाले बार बार ये मूड आता रहता है, therefore they postpone. Now remember, he has got all time, he has got all energies, he has got all opportunities, he has got all talents, सब कुछ है उसके पास कुछ करके महान बनने के लिए. But with all those good positive things, this rascal nonsense thing, this negativity of mind is there. Therefore, he never uses it. Then he never achieves it. And he blames the world. He blames the government. He blames the parents. He blames friends. Everybody. If nobody is available, finally blame the God. It is all the victim of mind only. The culprit is mind, especially dull. So never as a youngster entertain that dullness, that pessimism, that lethargy. You have no right. Better die rather than being dull and consuming the food of the world and converting into fecal matter. Don't be such a useless instrument. Never ever jump like the deer in the forest, like a spring on the springboard. You understand? Always in that mood of not dullness, but activeness. Not the lazy lethargy, but dynamism. How that comes from? The inspiration when you have. Inspiration is from where? From the goal chosen. From the highest goal chosen, inspiration is drawn from it. Then to do the things to achieve that goal, we come out of that laziness, dynamism, that lethargy and dullness, and the pessimism, take up optimism. Like for me, every day it is the show. In front of me, no youngster sits to listen Geetha. I'm all alone. But it is a pessimistic thought. अयो कोई सुन ही नहीं रहे. Why should I waste my energy? Already 4 classes conducted from morning 7 onwards without having even breakfast also. That pessimistic thought comes. Then the thought of dullness comes. So laziness also. Let me not do today. Anyway, nobody is listening. But I again remember my goal. I am committed to my Guru. I am committed to my Shastra, Bhagavad Gita. I just committed to my own goal that I have taken up this on myself to totally, completely talk on every sloka of Gita. That power, inspiration, remove the laziness, dullness, and I am here every day, sitting, doing my job of a class. and I can see the joy after doing it. Today I have done these two slokas or four sloka. So for up to eighth chapter I could do. Whoever wants later on, they can make use of it, whether they use it or not. But for me, a very good crystal clear picture about the knowledge given in Gita, goal indicated by Gita, means told by Lord. ये सारा मुझे समझ में आ रहे, that great achievement. So the mind's mischief of pushing us into dullness, lethargy, pessimism is to be countered with the inspiration drawn in the intellect about the by remembering the goal, the highest goal chosen continuously. So replace the dullness with activeness, lethargy, laziness with dynamism, and pessimism with optimism. Keep on doing. Now I'm so happy. In last 1065 days, on an average of four and a half classes per day, I have done 4,600 classes. More than that, 1,500 are not uploaded. At that time, I didn't open my channel. And unentered, there are at least 6,000 lectures. Each one of more than 1 hour. Average 1 hour will go over 6,000 hours divided by 24. How many days it comes to? I'm happy. Whether I have discovered God or not, ये तो होता रहेगा धीरे धीरे. But at least I am not in that way mood of regrets and guilt कि my life is wasted, time is wasted. No, I'm happy. Some noble work, good work of studying Shastras, talking, that has been done. And don't compare me with other great politicians. उनके तरह मैं नहीं कर सकता. They are Mahatmas. I can't play cricket and get World Cups or the IPLs. I can't do cinema and bring in Oscar awards. And that's not my bite, no. मुझे जो भगवान ने दिया वो मैं करूँगा. Same way, each one of you. Never be dull, never be pessimistic, never be lethargic. If it seeps in you, know these three things, never ever they'll go away throughout life. Then with all the opportunities, with all the helps, with all the blessings, with all the talents and abilities, we continue and end and die by being good for nothing, stupid fellow. A bhoj on the earth. A unnecessary load on the earth we are. Do you want to live like that? Then you have no common sense. Then you are not my child. You don't deserve me or my talks or Gita. Change yourself from that. Nobody need to wake us up. Nobody need to remind us. Nobody should need to push us into the activity. आदमी हो कि पैजामा हो, शर्म नहीं आता कि somebody should tell you about your own life, your own achievements, your own goals, your own celebrations. Hurry, how can it be? You have to. Clear? The goal should be always spiritual, basically. Thereafter, something related to the service of the world and dharma. Then some your personal career related goal. A career related personal goal is any useless fellow does it. He need not study Gita for it. A Gita student aims at the welfare of the whole world at all levels. Accordingly, he chooses his goal and does it, keeping intact his ultimate spiritual goal in the mind, waiting for that opportunity to get rid of all these outer loans or the debts. When that's over, with same dynamism and activeness, he plunges into the inner spiritual journey. That's what the student of Gita, you are all expected to be like that, trained for that if you are available. So we welcome you, we wish you all the best. So that is our common sense thought today. Now let us go to our Nagesham in our Dwadasha JYOTHIRLINGA Stotra. So Somanatham, Mallikarjunam, Mahakalam, Amaleshwaram, then Vaijanatham. Then we have already got, Omkaram. So Somanatham, Mallikarjunam, Mahakalam, Omkareshwaram, Vaidyanathan. 5 are over. Now 7 more are there. The 6th one is what? He is called as Sri Nagesham. Naganatham. Nagesham is also in Gujarat. Sometimes it's called Jagesham, Darukavane, because Jageshwar is the place where Daruka Vrikshas are there. Nagesham में अब तो नहीं है, पहले थे शायद. Anyway, the sloka is Amardha Sangne Nagare. That Nagesham, the Lord Nageshwar Bhagwan, who is there, that Nagara is called Amardha in the olden days time. That is being again changed like thank God yesterday in Maharashtra, that Ahilya Nagar. Very good, no? Ahilya Nagaram is being given new name to one of the uh, names which are distorted by the Mughals and all. That's how every name should be changed to only our Indian great saints and sages, the Lords, so that we are reminded of them. Then we remember their glorious doings. Then we get inspired to live life like that. So, Amarda Nagara, Amarda actually that which eliminates all negativity. Amarda Sangne Nagare, Amarda named town mein that Bhagwan's temple is there. Ramye, very beautiful. Vibhushita Angam, and his whole body is decorated by what? Vividhaishcha Bhogaihi, Bhoga means snakes here. Variety of all the snakes are Avaranas to that Lord in that Nageshwara. That is why it's called Nagesha. भगवान शिव है ज्योतिर्लिंग है but is covered by all the snakes serpents as the abhushan. Bhagwan Shiva is Bhujanga Bhushana, Lord Vishnu is Bhujanga Shayana. Then Sadbhukti Mukti Pradam. He is the giver of Bhukti, the livelihood, Mukti, the liberation. For the Sad, those who are sadhu, those are good, those eliminated negativity of selfishness, arrogance, cheating others, troubling others, who are faithful to God or have faith in God, devotion. To those people, Bhukti Mukti Pradam Isham Ekam. He is such a one without second God. His name is Sri Nagesham. Here it's called as Sri Naganatham. Sharanam Prabhade. I just surrender to him. So he is in Amardhanagara. He is beautiful with all the Bhujangas as Bhushanam. He is giver of the Bhukti Mukti to the Satpurushas and to that Lord who is one without second, who is Naganatha, Nagesham. To him, Sharanam Prabhade, I fall at his feet, asking him to bless me also with Bhukti and Mukti. May I never suffer for the food throughout my life, and may my life be aimed only at getting the Mukti, not any temporary things of the world. That's how the beautiful sloka. Let us chant it 11 times. Omata Shri Nagesha Bhagavat Paramatmana Anugrahena भुक्ति मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थम भगवद दर्शनानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्म से वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृते है पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति द्वारा विश्व प्रपंच अध्यात्म प्रगति द्वारा विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता प्राप्त्यर्थम समस्त युव पीढ़ीनां च संकल्पित सत् कर्मसु दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थम तेषां देशभक्ति आध्यात्मिक भक्ति विद्यादिषु सर्वेषु च दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थम श्री आदि शंकराचार्य कृत द्वादश ज्योतिर्लिंग स्तोत्रांतर्गत नागेश परमात्मा संबंधी श्लोक से जपम पारायणमयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. वेरी गुड. संकल्प हुआ. नौ आमर्द संज्ञे नगरे च रम्ये विभूषितांगम विविधैश्च भोगैः सद्भुक्ति मुक्ति प्रदमीशमेकं श्रीनागनाथं शरणं प्रपद्ये. आमर्दसंज्ञे नगरे च रम्ये विभूषितांगं विविधैश्च भोगैः सद्भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदमीशमेकं श्रीनागनाथं शरणं प्रपद्ये. आमर्दसंज्ञे नगरे च रम्ये विभूषितांगं विविधैश्च भोगैः सद्भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदमीशमेकं श्रीनागनाथं शरणं प्रपद्ये. आमर्दसंज्ञे नगरे च रम्ये विभूषितांगं विविधैश्च भोगैः सद्भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदमीशमेकं श्रीनागनाथं शरणं प्रपद्ये. आमर्दसंज्ञे नगरे च रम्ये विभूषितांगं विविधैश्च भोगैः सद्भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदमीशमेकं श्रीनागनाथं शरणं प्रपद्ये. आमर्दसंज्ञे नगरे च रम्ये विभूषितांगं विविधैश्च भोगैः सद्भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदमीशमेकं श्रीनागनाथं शरणं प्रपद्ये. आमर्दसंज्ञे नगरे च रम्ये विभूषितांगं विविधैश्च भोगैः सद्भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदमीशमेकं श्रीनागनाथं शरणं प्रपद्ये. आमर्दसंज्ञे नगरे च रम्ये विभूषितांगं विविधैश्च भोगैः सद्भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदमीशमेकं श्रीनागनाथं शरणं प्रपद्ये. आमर्दसंज्ञे नगरे च रम्ये विभूषितांगं विविधैश्च भोगैः सद्भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदमीशमेकं श्रीनागनाथं शरणं प्रपद्ये. आमर्दसंज्ञे नगरे च रम्ये विभूषिताङ्गं विविधैश्च भोगैः सद्भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदमीशमेकं श्रीनागनाथं शरणं प्रपद्ये आमर्दसंज्ञे नगरे च रम्ये विभूषिताङ्गं विविधैश्च भोगैः सद्भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदमीशमेकं श्रीनागनाथं शरणं प्रपद्ये श्रीनागनाथं शरणं प्रपद्ये 6 are over, 6 more are there, my friends. 2 minutes. 1. These devotional stotras I am teaching because I experience it. I have seen millions that only through devotion of the Lord, the divine power coming to us, and we protect ourselves from our own selves from indulging in negativities. That is why, with this definite purpose to give you the divine support alone, these chantings are taught to you. Second, the common sense thoughts are very essential because you have to conduct in this life, throughout life, in so many situations, combating various outer and inner tragedies or problems or crises, etc. With that clarity that these will help you, we are doing. And Geetha gives us the ultimate goal. Geetha makes us how to meet all challenges, succeed in life. In this way, all these three things which we are doing every day are with full clarity and full purpose. They are not to waste my time or your time. And unknown, unseen results are many, where the Lord Himself is guiding us, training us, empowering us, or perhaps He wants to give us greater opportunities and positions. Does He want to make us His instrument in serving the world in future? Who knows? In this way, many deep concerns or purposes are there behind these classes. Don't underestimate them. Few you understand, many you may not understand. Understand or not, all the glories or purposes, but just to commit to yourself, stick to be regular. Don't miss these opportunities. Don't be foolish. Don't to listen to your own stupid minds of variety of arguments. Don't yield to your own arrogance. Why should I listen to that Swami? I don't need it. I know everything. Or I can't understand it. Or I have to indulge in this or that thing. Or I have to do my naukri. I have to do my study. These are all the stupid things because of which such a great opportunity of learning through the Shastras, the higher and greater things we miss. Choice is yours. Do you want to be cheated and defeated by yourself by missing these classes with all that logic nonsense justifications, or keeping all that away with full faith in Krishna Bhagavan, in Geeta, in Vyasa Bhagavan, in our Guru Parampara, in our Sanatan Dharma, with full faith in yourself that you want to blossom like a beautiful flower, giving that fragrance and beauty everywhere? With that thing, do you want to be regular? Choice is yours. Thereafter, if you blame the God, he will kick you at the butts. He will say, I have sent that Swami every day to shout at the pitch of his voice, giving that knowledge. You are irregular, you never heard, attended. I can't help you for all your nonsense doings. Now get kicked in that Naraka, suffer. Bhagavan will wash his hands. He will say, मैंने मौका दिया तूने यूज नहीं किया. On the other hand, if you are regular, serious, sincere, it will help you. Then the Lord is happy that you have used His blessings. Then He will help more and more. He will bless more and more. He will give more and more greater opportunities. All in all, learn from the Shastras how to live life beautifully for yourself and become an example for other youngsters also. And if possible, pass this information to all. Thus, let us together, through study of Shastra, unfolding our all wisdoms, live a fruitful life for ourselves and the world at large. Thank you. God bless you. ॐ दुर्जन सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जन शान्तिमाप्नुयात् शान्तो मुच्चेत बन्धेभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत् ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः ओम् श्रीगुरुभ्यो परमऋषिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे गीतामात्रे श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः वेदव्यासमहर्षिणे नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. So, the shloka we have learned about Nagesham, JYOTHIRLINGA. Common sense thought is mind's mischief of pushing us, pulling us into the dullness, the laziness, and also the pessimisms. Counter it by the inspiration drawn from the highly chosen goal, chosen highest goal. Instead of dull, be active. Instead of The lazy be dynamic, in the pessimistic be optimistic, and bring out all your abilities, talents, and use them in performance. Achieve. And in Gita, how to meditate and know the Lord. And for that, we need lot of divine powers that's given to us by the God. For that, we have to do these three things. Ananya cheta satatam yomam smarati nityashaha nityayuktasya. To such person, he partha tasyaham sulavaha. I can be easily experienced for them on the seat of meditation, following the instructions given in earlier shlokas. These are the three things we have done today. Thank you all. Yeah, be with me. Let us study together. Take care.